Hey, this is JC here at JC's Comics and More, your pop culture superstore at 6725 West Central Avenue, Toledo, Ohio, 436-17419-531-6097. JC's Comics and More at Hotmail, and you can find the Facebook link in the description below. This is Friday the 18th. I've got these amazing Spider-Mans here. I've been procrastinating doing the video on them. I better do the video because you just never know. Maybe when the next batch is going to show up. So I'm going to go through these, and I'm going to get these things priced up tomorrow. I know at least somebody stopping by on Monday for some of these, but we got 160, 162, and again, these came from the same person who's brought me the other Amazing Spider-Mans, the Avengers, and the X-Men. So you know these books are pristine. These are about as mint as you get. I don't need anyone to tell me and grade them and tell me what they are. The eyeball test tells you what it tells you. I mean, if you look and you can see an imperfection, then you know, there you go. What's the eyeball test tell you? We've got 162. Again, multiple copies on a lot of these. Got 163. Again, these things are their choice. 163. So this would be a great collection for somebody that wanted to get a run of them. We got 164. I know there's somebody down in Dallas. I should contact him. They're not going to be cheap. You're going to be paying above mint prices for these books. That's all there is to them. You don't find stuff like this. You're not going to find these in quarter boxes or dollar boxes or in somebody's back issues just in this condition. These don't walk in the shop every day. Got 165s. Someone might say, oh, newsstand cover. Well, guess what, genius? There wasn't direct market covers back then. They didn't start until like about 3 years later. So 165, 166, great Ross Andrew and Len Wein stories. And then Marv Wolfman took over with Ross for a while. 167, first Will of the Wisp. You got Romita covers, and it's going to change over to Ross Andrew covers at a point here. 168. I remember getting these things on my subscription. That was a happy day coming home from school and seeing that brown envelope. 169. Jonah Jameson thinks he's got it figured out. That was quite an issue. Like you read that with bated breath. Oh my God, how does he get out of this one? 170. There you go, Andrew. Dr. Faustus shows up from Captain America. I had no idea who this red-headed tubby bitch was. Oh, it's Dr. Faustus. 171. So she probably has the Nova issues when she brings the Nova collection into me. $172. First Rocket Racer. Get it now before he shows up in the next Disney Plus TV show. 173. Got a Romita and Andrew cover there. Or Andrew and Romita cover, as it were. Multiple 173s here. 174. Just one copy. Or no, there's two copies of 174. It's the 175 I think there's only one copy of. So sometimes she bought doubles, sometimes she didn't. Maybe they're sold out or getting close to sold out, or maybe money was an issue. I know that certainly was an issue when I was a kid. 176, 177. We got Ross Andrew and Joe Sinnott. In fact, Joe inked the book for a short period of time there. 178. Poor Aunt May, depending on Peter to come sign the papers. And Mary Jane's there, and he's fighting the goblin. That's the Andrew and Sinnott cover also. 179. It's Mike Esposito did the inks on this. Silvermane. 180. You found out who the new goblin was. Wasn't Harry. 181. This was the fill-in issue. Kind of gives a history of Spidey. It's funny, they've got the Lizard, you got Doc Doom, Doc Ock, and the Kingpin. I don't know why Sal or why Gil Kane drew Doc Doom in there. Would have been better served for perhaps Electro, the Sandman, Mysterio, Vulture. Well, maybe not Vulture, because then you'd have two bald guys. But maybe Morbius or someone else. Maybe the Man-Wolf. 182. And then also, this is also the last issue with Len Wein. The first issue with Marv Wolfman. The Rocket Racer's back in town. And it's interesting to see the cover prices change if you watched. Initially, the first one was, I think, was it 30 cents. So we started with 30 cents, and then we're up to 35 cents. Comics jumped pretty quickly sometimes back then. Here we've got 183 with Ernie Chan. I think Ross Andrew and Ernie Chan. 184. The first appearance of the White Dragon. And Marvel's TV sensation. 185. Peter graduates from college finally. This is the last Ross Andrew issue. First issue with Keith Pollard. Keith brought a very Ditko style to the comic. I certainly loved Keith's work on here. He's cleared from the police. You've got the Chameleon that tries to muck things up for him. And just this was like a return. I shouldn't say a return to greatness, because that means Ross Andrew wasn't greatness. Ross Andrew was greatness. But the second issue, you've got Jim Starlin. So Jim Starlin, because Keith, I think, sometimes needed a break. So he did the one issue, and then you had Starlin, a story that I'm sure that they want to do. Fantastic Jim Starlin artwork. If you're a Jim Starlin fan, here you go. 3 copies of that. 188, Cockrum, Dave Cockrum cover with Terry Austin. And again, you got this black cover. I've got to bag these up yet. Some stuff I processed and bagged, some stuff I didn't. You can see the red from there, not quite as red. There is pretty prominent. $189. John Byrne came in for a few issues. Bob McLeod. Actually, Jim Mooney. There's a young Jimmy Olsen. But look at these. Look how it just falls back. You can tell that these things haven't been ever opened, or at least she read them once. It just falls right back. And I've got this one bagged in the original bag just to show you, because people are like, you need to bag your books. You need to, change bags every X amount of years. This thing is still great condition. Still in the condition that it was when she put it in that bag, even though those bags are yellowed bags. 190, Keith Pollard cover with L. Milgram. Man-Wolf again. Got John Byrne, Jim Mooney. Man-Wolf has daddy issues. 191. Battles the menace of the last Spider Slayer. Pollard came back. Look at him. Look at that right there. Classic splash right there. It's an L. Milgram cover. You got Keith Pollard and Bob McLeod. Jim Mooney. And so also, I'll just point out with these here, if you look at this 40 cents up here, that's that triple C, somebody left that off there at that point. 193, this is a direct market edition. That's what they did in the beginning. They had that little triangle there, and they had the dash through the barcode. The Fly has come back. Pollard and Jim Mooney. And I think this was a Joe Rubenstein, I think, inked this with Milgram, perhaps penciling it. We got 194, first appearance of the Black Cat. 195, second appearance. The frightful finish of the Black Cat, the tragic decision of Betty Brant, the final fate of Aunt May, and the end of the road for Spider-Man. Truly, it can be said, this one has it all. And so, like I said, I should put, you won't believe it, the most shocking climax ever. And so you got the CC up there again. Got, again, multiple copies. We've got newsstand and direct market copies. We've got issue 196. At the end of 195, you find out Aunt May has died. Died in a nursing home. Look at that purple. And there it is, just a little bit brighter. And that's, again, newsstand and direct market. L. Milgram did the inks, or did the layouts. And Mooney and Frank Giacola did the finishes on that. I'm sure she felt the same way I did. I was just absolute floored. Aunt May, they killed Aunt May off. At the end of the issue, we found out it was a return of a supervillain, but not the one you thought it was. The Kingpin is back. Look, there's the new look of Giant Man. 197. Keith Pollard. Kingpin is back, deadlier than ever. Kingpin's Midnight Massacre. Kingpin has come back. His wife Vanessa has given him 24 hours to get his house in order, and killing Spider-Man is on that list, and you can't wait till you see how it ends. Again, got a newsstand edition and a direct market edition. He's lifting that Davenport over top of him. Number 98, Mysterio is deadlier than by the dozen. He's back. Mysterio is back. Sal Buscema did the guest pencils on that. J. Jonah Jameson has a nervous breakdown as they're trying to take the company away from him. Both newsstand editions. Number 99. Again, I remember getting this copy in the mail. It's like issue 199. The next issue is going to be issue 200. Again, newsstand and direct market editions. Now you can see she probably bought the newsstand because the direct market copy she got. The staples, a staple here and you get a staple up here. So it was stapled, whereas the staple's usually here and the staple's up here. Just look at them there. Issue 200. Very, very surprised she only had one copy of this. Probably because of the higher cover price, and again, money might have been an issue. The Burglar has come back. The original Spider-Man's first foe. Issue 201, you've got the Punisher making his return. Got 202. You still had Marv Wolfman here, still writing. 203 with Dazzler. 204, the Black Cat is back. That was a two-parter. 205, 206, this had John Byrne artwork on the inside. And of course the Al Milgrom cover. 207, Mesmero. Or Mest. I think that's how it's pronounced. I'd have to look at it. It's been a while since I looked at this old X-Men villain. And then you had Denny O'Neil came on board. I was excited because I really enjoyed Denny O'Neil's Green Lantern, Green Arrows, and his Batmans. But I can tell you, truthfully, his Spider-Man run was the worst run I've ever read on The Amazing Spider-Man. It might have aged maybe a little bit better. Maybe I need to go back and look at it. But boy, was I disappointed when it came out. I kept collecting them because Spidey was my favorite. Got Alan Wise doing the artwork on this here. First appearance of was it Craven's girlfriend with Callisto? And both are newsstand editions. First appearance of Madam Web. We've got a newsstand edition. We've got a direct market edition. They started putting the Spidey head down there. And then you had John Romita. I also forgot to mention that this issue had John Romita Jr. came on board. That he was now drawing the Web Slinger. Picking up where his old man left off. 211. We had Namor. And this issue here, it's off-cut. And so is that issue there. That the printer miscut the covers on these. This issue, it was corrected, or maybe this was one of the first issues, but it does not have the same problem. 212, first appearance of Hydro Man. Direct market edition. Got a couple of newsstand editions. I guess actually more than just a couple. Jim Mooney did the inks. To 13, The Wizard. And again, you got Jim Mooney there. Multiple copies of this issue as well. 214, Spidey and Submariner side by side. It's Submariner, it's not Namor, it's Submariner. Side by side against the Frightful Four. Don't miss the Evil FF's mysterious new member. $2.15. They're left to die. And there you go. Got the credits there. 216, The Return of Madam Web. L. Milgram did the inks on that. Again, I did not care much for this issue. 217, got the Hydro-Man's coming back, and of course the Sandman's, he has to make an appearance too, because you got somebody new, kind of he's using his gimmick. And again, a direct market and a newsstand edition. And then at the end of this one, flip to it here. He thinks he's defeated them. They've collided in each other. Look, there's one of those Hostess ads. Nope, they've become one and the same. They've unwittingly teaming up. Becoming a giant water, sand, muck monster. Eye of the Beholder. So maybe Denny was getting a little bit better on these issues here. Again, direct market and newsstand. And this Milgram cover had kind of a no. This is a Miller cover. This is Frank Miller, and you can tell that had a very Ditko flair to it. I forgot Frank did a few Amazing Spider-Man covers. Look, Spidey's butt. He's clenched pretty badly. Pretty good, I guess. There's another Miller cover. 219, Peter Parker Criminal. Got Luke McDonald did the pencils on this. Newsstand and direct market once again. As you can see, one is very purple, one is kind of a bluish purple. I guess we might want to call it a violet. And it's strange that they had that in the same color pattern, because they're trying to mix it up. The colors probably just thought that with the colors in the background and the bars, that was the best thing to do. 220, Moon Knight makes an appearance. Bob Layton cover. And you've got Danny O'Neil is no longer on the book. Bob McLeod did the artwork. Michael Fleischer did this issue of Amazing Spider-Man. And from what I remember, it was a pretty good issue. And again, newsstand and direct market. You can see there is a spine crease there, and as with that one there. So when she went to the drugstore, all the copies probably had that kink in the cover there. Issue 221. Danny O'Neil came back, so he took a break. Alan Kuppelberg came on board, so John Jr. taking a little bit of a break, needed a couple of issues off. He's got a Walt Simonson cover here. Oh yeah, this was Bob Wyacek cover. You got a Simonson cover. They brought in the Speed Demon, or he is now called the Speed Demon. He wasn't called that at that point. Bob Hall did the pencils, and Bill Manlow. Bill Manlow changed the identity to Speed Demon. And here, kind of a return to greatness. Roger Stern comes on board with John Romita Jr. Roger Stern's run was, God, so great. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Let me take this back. J.M. DeMatteis wrote this with Denny O'Neil plot. It was actually pretty good. I was actually very surprised by it. But I think it's just because Roger Stern was getting ready to, at that point. 224 was Roger's first issue. Pablo Marcus inked John's artwork here. Let's give an origin of the vulture. Fool Killer. I think Bob Wyacek inked these. 226. Got the Black Cat returns once again. Great stuff. Got 227 there. The Spidey's convinced her to go straight. Got 228. That Roger had to take a break. You got Rick Leonardi, Jan Strand did the artwork, or did the writing, and Dave Simmons did the inks. It's kind of a weird story. And then the classic, Nothing Can Stop the Juggernaut issues. We've got 229, Madam Web's once again back. And these are just powerful issues. To help to put Spidey, just to show you how actually strong Spidey was and what he would have to go through. And again, these are all newsstand editions. And then also with this issue, the corner box changed. And also, if you've been looking at the price, we're up to 60 cents an issue now. We started at 30 cents an issue with the 162. So that's what? 28 plus 38. So that's what? 62 issues. The price doubled because of the inflation from the Carter and Reagan administrations. I am very surprised to not see comics jumping now because of the Trump and slash Biden and inflation. More on Biden than Trump, but it's still, they both are certainly responsible. And we come to finally 230, the last issue of this run. But if you do like these videos, as always, be sure to please subscribe to the channel, smash the bell for notification, because you just never know when the next video is going to come up. Who knows, maybe there will be another Spider-Man collection coming up here very shortly, or maybe Batman, or who knows, maybe a 14-box collection with Amazing Fantasy 15. But like, comment, and please share. Hope everybody has a great rest of your February weekend. Thanks for watching. Thanks again. Take care. Oh, before I go, if you look at this cover, it's kind of strange. It looks like Spidey's little spider there is the Juggernaut's nose. But God, what a great cover, right? I'd love to own this cover. But thanks again for watching.